Richard Walker, you're from Lima, Peru. You know, I've always had a desire to go there. Well, not that far down, but to the Nazca, Las Líneas de Nazca. Yeah, I've always wanted to go there.
That's Rich Walker.
Oh, that's Rich Walker. You're in Lima, Peru? I got your text, by the way. Be safe. Be safe coming back, okay? Love you too, Rich. Be safe. Come back home safe. Greetings, family. Welcome to another one of your conference calls, another one of our UB2Bs, Frank 26 UB2Bs, I call them. It is the 22nd, I think, of November 2019, and I greet you with agape love. Nice to be with you once again. This version of our UB2B will not be as long as all the other ones normally are. And the reason why is because when we are done here, I go to my forum. If you're not a member of ktfalways.com, you should be. You should be. It's free. And if you need any help with anything to get into our forum, you can call me. My phone number is 419 283 2552. We are studying the Iraqi dinar. It is a speculative investment. We don't offer you a date. We don't offer you a rate. And I decided that this week we were going to be with you every day, except for Sunday. And I had my reasons. And I hope that those reasons have become exemplified in what we've been sharing with you, all in our opinion. There is no date, there is no rate. It is strictly in our opinion. And it is my opinion that what's going on in the White House, what's going on with the Democrats with this impeachment is part of this. But I also said that I'm not here to talk about that anymore. I think it's pretty evident. I think it's pretty obvious. 63 million people voted for Donald Trump. And you got a handful of people that are just envious and angry because they're not going to be able to take a part of the windfall that is about to occur out of Iraq. It's that simple. You can't be that naive. Democrats have dinars. All of them got dinars. And they sure as heck know what happened with Clinton back in 90 to 99. And it's not going to happen for them this time. And what's interesting is that I've already told you this. I vomit bile when I watch the television news. There's only one station, OAN, O-A-N. That's the only station that is about as neutral and independent as you can get, or better yet, the only one that seems to be not blind to the proceedings. Once again, today, we've got garbage coming out of it. I don't want to talk about it. But Jiminy Crickets, they're... Well, I really like how Bolton is acting so cocky, and yet he just got a $2 million book deal. Congratulations, Bolton. You know, the more that you can repress it and make it, more titillizing for you, I'll bet you're going to get $4 million. Keep it going, buddy. It's Americana. Capitalism, isn't it? You don't give a squat about what you're doing or saying. Oh, and you got more evidence, right? Well, isn't that interesting? Why didn't you bring it out when you... Well, okay. I understand your agenda, your purpose for the United States of America. and for yourself. Now, we also have the FISA, the FISA Awards, or listen to me, FISA Awards. We also have the FISA report that's going to be coming out pretty soon. The IG FISA report. Are you kidding me? What is it, Soap Opera Part 2? Pandora boxes, I told you. You're opening up. Be careful. Watch what you're doing. But they don't really care, do they? Seems like they don't. The Pandora box is going to now open up what the FBI did against President Trump. And later, the Pandora boxes will also show what the Democrats were trying to do to Trump is exactly what their Biden did. So you keep on doing what you're doing, and news media that is owned by 6 conglomerates, up yours. The FBI made up the whole story against Trump. I want to see the Durham probe. I want to see the FISA report. Yeah, well, just like Bolton, somebody's making a lot of money out of this. Okay, well, how about this? $16.5 million that somehow or another came from a slush fund. Of course, it's unnamed via criminal means, and was stolen from Ukraine people to pay Biden and his son $16.5 million. Oh, but that's okay. No, it's okay. Knock yourself out with what you're doing, because when it gets to the Senate floor, it's not going to go anywhere, and you're going to be there stuck, and then the American people are going to vote, Trump back in, and what are you going to do? Nothing. You're going to change. You're going to implode. Right now, you need to explode. Financial pyramid schemes. Wow, isn't that amazing? Biden and his son. You know something, Biden, Democrats, all you media, the permafrost is melting. The permafrost is melting. You know what happens when the permafrost melts? It exposes things that have been covered that you thought that nobody would ever find out about. And on top of it, it is very destructive when the permafrost melts, because there is many viruses that went dormant in these environments of coldness. The viruses that used to destroy animal and man and plant went dormant after the Ice Age. But then when the permafrost melts, it exposes a lot of viruses and bacteria into the atmosphere. And we don't have any defense against it. We lose. We die. Democrats, you just knock yourselves out, because you keep melting the permafrost. Good luck. It is related to our investment, ladies and gentlemen, and I've already gone over it many times. I've already told you many times how I don't need to waste my time anymore, do I? I briefly covered because it's important that you understand this. On top of that, Pompeo tells the Iranian citizens, hey, collect intel for us. Hey, send us logistics, data, numbers, pictures, give us information. We'll help you. Yeah, exactly what we said. The Iranian citizens will watch the Iraqis, and they will turn to the United States and say, can you help us the way you're helping them? That's how you fight a war. Not from the out in, but from the in out. That's how you fight a war. The art of war. Anyways, so there you go. There you go. That's enough of my political stuff. One more thing. Pig Lucy. Hey, why don't you clean up your pig pen? in California. That place is horrible. It stinks. It's got a stench in the atmosphere. It used to be in the bad areas, you know what I mean? It all stinks. And that's just because of the pollution. The toxicity you guys are dumping and the waste into the ocean. This is your district, Pigluski. And you've turned it into a pig pen. While you're busy the last 3.5 years trying to get rid of this man that has done so much for the other 49 states and for the rest of the world. You blame others for the diarrhea that you are creating. Ladies and gentlemen, this, in my opinion, the CBI is talking. And I think that the timing is right. And I think that if you look at your notes, that's exactly what we shared with you, that the CBI is talking. I want to suggest, if you're not a member of KTFalways.com, you should be. For those of you that are members of KTFalways.com, post number 165. Post number 165. It's on page 9. If anyone is still scratching their heads about what, why, and how, about the CBI, I recommend you check this out. Don 961 posted it for us, and it's just loaded with a lot of information that once you read it, you say to yourself, you know what, I feel better. I'm at peace. I'm at peace with what the CBI is doing. And we told you that this week they would start talking, the third week of this month, going into the last week of this month. They're talking. This is a good example of their talk. This is from the CBI. Look at what they're telling you. The CBI is talking. Here, I'll give you just a quick little glimpse of it. What do you guys want to say, CBI? Well, as far as where, from why, and from who, and how it is that we're going about a monetary reform. As for the currency auction, oh, really? Is that what you want to talk about, CBI? There are many things you can talk about, but you want to talk about the CBI, the thing that Daddy changed last week. Is that right? Yes, we do. All right. What about it? Well, the CBI, as for the currency auction, it stops on Friday. Now, pay close attention. Of course, it stops on Fridays. They don't have it over the weekend. But please don't misinterpret that. Oh, they stopped the auction. No, they don't stop an auction. It slows down, it metamorphosizes, it switches tracks while it's in motion, but you don't stop an auction of the central bank. So anyways, yeah, as far as the currency auction, it stops on Friday and public holidays. And I say, thank God. And those days are to provide foreign exchange in those days, even though the balance of payment is in a healthy state. We got plenty and plenty of assets, and not selling enough to pay the rest of the commitments. Our country would not need to borrow outside that created the indebtedness. In other words, dude, we're fine with our currency because we have changed the auctions and they ain't stealing it no more. Look, my goodness gracious, since Daddy arrived last week, we actually are starting to get into the black. Yeah, we're leaving the red and going into the black. Things are actually piling up for us. No, the thing is, though, we are noticing that we can do things now for the budget. So we decided to tell the citizens of Iraq, hey, guys, what if we gave you everything you want in the 2020 budget? I don't know. Not, I mean, I'd rather you do it now. Well, no, 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 no. We are. I mean, hey, CBI, you're still going to do it, right? Yeah. Okay. No, 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 no. The GOI is. We're telling you, we're going to get you everything because everything you wanted is in the 220 budget. And CBI, you are right, and they're going to lift the value. No, no, I mean, the budget I know is for next year, but the value will be lifted, I believe, this year, right? CBI, is that what you all want to do? Yeah, yeah. So the CBI comes out and they talk about this in depth about the auctions and explain it just a little bit further. Why? Why? And then we have Delta. He comes in and he says, hey, family, post number 52. Post number 52. Hey, family, I'd like to give you a blast from the past, you know, the process and the plan that's lining up with what Frankie told you. And then when you read this, and then when you read, oh gosh, where was I? I was at pictures. I lost my place. Don't communicate. And then this number 52, a blast from the past. So when you read it, and then Delta made a comment at the bottom, he says, so as you can see, deleting the zeros or to remove it equals replacing the 30 notes with new ones. But that will happen after the change. After the rate change. After the rate change. So if you listen to Frankie, good morning CBI website. Yeah, because that's exactly what we're at right now. And that's what we told you, in our opinion, where you should be at right now. You should look at that CBI website. Every morning we gave you the hour spans of when we think it would shut down before they did something the following day. We gave you some logic. We gave you some logistics. I would tell you that it would behoove you to study it. Okay, so we're with every subject except for what we're doing, and thank God Oki's out of the. Alrighty, well, tell you what, about just 5 more minutes and I'll go away, because I'm going to go into my form. Now, here's what I'm going to do at my form. In fact, I had more to show you. What I wanted to show you was just that the CBI is talking. There's a lot of them. I mean, I got a lot of these things. Here's what I want to do. I'm going to go into my form. I'm going to go into our premium. And I'm going to talk to them a little bit more in depth about the plan. The plan. You see, the Central Bank of Iraq is talking. And we told you they're talking. And then all of a sudden you see this talking. And we showed you what Allah said with Eddie's report 2 days ago. They're talking. And then Don 961. Don, if you can hear me, Don 961. I told you at 8 o'clock, but you can go ahead and put it up now, sir, if you're able to. See if you can communicate with any of the admins, Tink, or find out for me. Okay. Or Don 961, if you can just let me know that you're with us. I think you are. Go ahead and put it up. Now, what I'm asking Don, our news hound, to put up is something that we did not put up all day on purpose. This is an introduction from a professor. And actually, we've been bringing this guy to you constantly. Do you remember Mohammed Dagger? Now, this is the guy that we said he's one of the advisors of the CBI. In fact, this guy is from the CBI. And he comes out today on his own, and he makes this press release. Now, I'm going to read the whole thing to you. I'm going to read the whole thing to you, but I'm not going to explain it to you. This gentleman, he comes out and he says, hey, it is the exchange rate, gentlemen. And that's the title that he gave. It is the exchange rate, gentlemen. Now, you got the CBI. You got a lot talking about the small notes. You got this article that we just showed you, how, when, where, what, of the exchange rate from the auctions that were just changed. Now check this one out. This is the third one. This guy that we saved because we like him, me and Delta. It is the exchange rate, gentlemen. For crying out loud. Get it right. Okay, here we go. On this date, while the exchange rate tends to indicate the number of units in one currency versus one unit of another currency, it changes. And this is important. Reflect the monetary equation for deducing part of the purchasing power when you are reducing the 3-0 count and enhancing the purchasing power of the monetary unit, which is the other direction. It's on the rise. It is increasing, not reducing. The problem associated with deduction or enhancement is that it enters the purchasing power without taking into the what? The what? The purchasing power. Oh yeah, that's right. You're lifting the 3 zeros because you're changing the exchange rate, right? To add purchasing power. Yeah. Okay. The purchasing power without taking into account the income segment. Oh. No, they did. We called it pizza. The income segment. Example. It is an additional tax at a decline and an additional income at the rise without correlation with the level of income. Therefore, the choice of this exchange regime, did you catch that? This is a CBI talking. Therefore, the exchange... Sorry, hold on. Without in addition to the tax over there when it rises, without correlation with the level of income, therefore, the choice of the exchange rate regime system is central to follow the results of exchange rate fluctuation, currency value, as well as determining the channel of transmission. Of its effect to the real macroeconomy joints. The significant effect of currency fluctuation or change has been reflected in the exchange rate system option between a multi-spectrum floating system and multi-spectrum fixed exchange system we call pegged. CBI, why are you going through all this trouble? We already have this in the final article threads. We know what you told us 1-to-1. You told us you're pegged. You told us all. You're telling us again, aren't you? Perfect timing. It is rare for a monetary authority to clearly state the nature of their exchange system. But that's true. You guys have been very secretive about this. But the actual transaction de facto are determined by specialists on the basis of the exchange system. Oh, gosh. And we call them the Fab Four. Determined by the specialists on the basis of the exchange system and its specific spectrum. To continue reading, click more and you get more information. Now, did we get Don 69?
Post 19.
Post 19 on the new thread for today. Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy this. Please enjoy this because this is powerful. This is telling you directly from the Central Bank of Iraq what they're doing with their exchange rate. Because we told you yesterday, CBI, if you could just, give me an idea. Give me a little something here. Tell me, what you guys doing right now? Because you already delivered, right? Yeah, okay. Got the schedule? Yeah, okay. What you guys doing? We already told you, Frank. Okay. And apparently you guys are sending people out now the next day saying the same thing that we said. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? There's more. Because we told you yesterday that they had nine. You only know about one, the auctions that were changed. But they got 9 plans different. It's impressive. Now, I know they're still fighting. I know they're protesting. I know they're killing each other out there. God bless them. But that has nothing to do with what we're studying. And I know that Washington, D.C. is trying to impeach the president and because they're jealous about what's going to happen in Iraq. And that has everything to do with our study. So, what I have is this is a professor that's teaching how the exchange rate system works. Why? Why, CBI? I know why. in how it's related to the monetary reform of their currency because he represents the CBI. Look, we know that the purchasing power is going to come from one to one. You made that clear, but what you're now telling us, and that one to one, that's why we say a dinar is a dinar in country. That's it. It's not going to go any further. Internally, in a Middle East basket, one to one stays at one. A dinar is a dinar. But then, holy cow! As soon as you guys do that, and that's what you're doing. That's what these reports are all about. I read what you said about this. You're telling us that once the dinar, because you got to go and read this article I just suggested to you, family. It's 13 pages long if you want. Read it all and study it. But once they go international, in one to one in country, once that currency is now capable of leaving under Article 8 into the international market, guess what? International world will drive that currency upward based on its usage, on its stability, on its backing, on its demand of the investors that are out there waiting with open arms. It's been 2 freaking years, Kuwait conference, huh? You still got your arms open? Yeah. Okay. We're not going to lose this opportunity, are you? No. Okay. Then when the exchange, then when you get the dinar outside of the country, and it's invested in, I don't know, steel industry or something, and you have the confidence, you have the backing, you have the demand for the currency. Well, gee whiz, using, selling, buying, trading with this currency, this new international currency called the Iraqi dinar. Holy cow, it's only going to increase its value internationally. Not inside of the country because a dinar is a dinar, but outside, what's it worth? What's it worth to you, sucker? It's worth a lot to me. I know. Well, then give me some. And they do. It's not just a dollar. That's in country. Up yours, we're out of the country. What you want? Okay. That's when the exchange rate of the Iraqi dinar based on a foreign currency, because that's what they do with the auctions. That's what it is. You're bringing in a foreign currency. You got to convert it into the Iraqi dinar. Well, it's going to go back to one to one. Too bad. All right. But outside, bring it to the United States Treasury. See what they say it's worth. Jiminy Crickets, it's worth what? Okay, let me exchange with them. When you exchange it for a foreign currency outside of the country, then that pairing that you make, that pairing equals a capital gains versus another foreign currency that you exchange it for. In my case, it would be the American dollar. And the Central Bank of Iraq has taken their time to talk about this? Why? You know very well why. You're students. Daddy's there. Daddy's there. Then, and who else? It's the same thing. The UN. Who else? The Fab Four. Who else? Well, the United Nations has brought a stack of files to back up arrest warrants, and so far it's close to 100. Yeah, you see, the United States is not going to war with the terrorism of Iran in Iraq. What they're doing is they're pointing their fingers and they're saying, that one, right there. And the rest of the world, the whole rest of the world says, which one? Which one? That one? United States, you got arrest warrants on these guys? Mm-hmm. Because they stole money? Mm-hmm. In Iraq? Mm-hmm. Wow. Through the auctions? Mm-hmm. Hey! If you're wanted by the United States of America, you're pretty much wanted by everybody else. We ain't gonna do business with you. Kiss this. We don't want nothing to do with you. No, 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 no. I don't want to hear what you bribe this, bribe that. You go and talk to the Democrats. They're good at bribery. No, we don't want no bribe. We don't want no under the money table. Stay the freak away from us. We got a good thing going with Donald Trump right now. Yeah, we don't have to hide. We don't have to lie. We don't have to steal. So the United States, Daddy shows up, but the UN showed up the week before with a stack of papers, and now the U.S. is there saying, "It's you. Come here. We want you." Actually, we don't want you. Interpol wants you. Interpol. You want to play tag team? Your turn. You see, family, Iraq will never chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Oh, Lord. Oh. Anyways, Iraq will never remove Iran. Iraqi citizens will never remove Iran. Terrorism by themselves. And that's why all those initials that I just gave you, that's why they're all there. And that's why they went to the grave of the holy man and burned it up. That's why they went to Malachi's house and they burned it up. In fact, they went to another one of his houses and burned it up. It's about all they can do is protest and ask for help from the United States, and we're there. And I believe I timed it right, in my opinion, to tell you that if they're going, which, I kept telling you, you'll see, then the following week, the Central Bank of Iraq will talk. And here we are in that week, and I just gave you 3 examples of what they talked about. Now, there's also 9 other examples. 9! And you only know one of them, and that's the auction. 9 other ways that they were able to tell these punks, you can't take that, you can't steal that no more. You can't take that no more. So what I'm going to do now is go to my ktfalways.com, and I'm going to go into our premium, and premium. We're going to take 2 more of the things that Walking Stick has shared with me about the procedures that the CBI is going through right now with the monetary reform for the citizens of Iraq. I also have a 20-minute recording. I don't know how I'm going to play it for premium. I don't know how I'm going to do that. I felt that it was important. It's a conversation between me and Delta about this professor with a little bit more in depth. But more so, I want to share with you other topics. Here, let me give you one more. And I would say hi to my friend DB. I don't know if I'm supposed to even expose this friend of mine or say that, but whatever the case is, we were aware that this was going to happen. We didn't know that it had already happened. But the Central Bank of Iraq just this week loaded themselves up with some of the most amazing supercomputers for the banking industry. Now, I'm sorry?
They gave the okay.
Okay. Well, they gave the okay. I guess the computer, from what my friend is telling me, is Dell Corporation. That makes sense. If you know the contracts of Dell with, well, you see, I don't need to talk about that. Dell would be perfect. And they just loaded up the Central Bank of Iraq in the green zone with these computers. These supercomputers are, they're not for a program rate. They're for the ability to identify every piece of currency and coins and transactions and names and citizens. I mean, they'll know their favorite color. They'll know everything about them. And oh, God bless these people. Hold on a second. Do you have a form? No, I just paid 10 minutes. But done. See where to enter. Oh, God bless you. Oh, gee whiz. All right. Okay. Hey, you know what? I'm done. Let me try to help those. For those of you that are trying to join right now, ktfolways.com, you can. It's free. May I suggest that you do so? That's our landing page, ktfolways.com. And on the top, there you'll see all these little banners. Look for the one that says form. When you click on it, or up on the top right, I think it says login. Either one. When you click on it, because you're not a member, it's going to ask you three pieces of information. Number one, a username. Please call yourself something polite. Number two, a password. That's between you and the computer. Number three, an email. Then you hit enter. But you don't try to come in with your username and password. You got to wait 24 hours. You see, our staff needs to look at your username. We don't want some kind of a stupid name that's going to offend someone else. We got to look at your email. We don't allow any spammers, especially you guys from Russia. So once we approve you, 24 hours later, the next day, look for our email. If you don't get one, call me. Frank, I can't get into your form. What's my phone number? 419-283-2552. I'll get you in. Now, when you're inside of our form, up on those little blue tabs that I told you way up on top, there's one that says premium. Now, if you click on it, if you're not a member, it takes you to PayPal. It's $10 a month. Is it worth it? Is 33 cents a day worth it for us to share a little bit more so that I can make a living and pay our overhead? I would hope so. I would hope that you could respect that. Now, when you get our email, then take your username and your password. Go to ktfolways.com, hit form, and enter your username and password. Okay? And then you enter our thread, my forum, and it's called Frank 26 Daily Post. Frank 26 Daily Post. When you click on that thread, you'll see a bunch of dates. Look for the latest one. That's the latest thread with all the information that we're covering at that time. Now, you're in our forum. You're in our thread. You're studying with us. But hey, I want to be part of Premium too. Thank you. I appreciate that. Click on the little button. But because you're not a member, it's going to say PayPal, 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 and you put in $10, and every month they'll charge your card $10, and you'll be part of Premium. Now, as soon as you sign up for Premium, you got to sign out of ktfolways.com. You got to sign out. Goodbye. Go up there, click it, sign out. Why? It clears your cookies. Boy, you're learning a lot, aren't you? It clears your cookies. And when it clears your cookies, then sign back in, and out of nowhere, boom, because you paid for it now, on the right-hand side, you're going to see a little blue tab. It says Premium Member Chat with a little cloud with the number of people that are inside that chat. That's where you find me on Fridays and Saturdays. That's where you find me sometimes when I just pop in there and I'll surprise them with information. So that's what that is all about. And some of our brilliant people make some brilliant posts in that area. I thank you for that as well. Alrighty, you cannot afford it? Let me know. I'll give it to you free. You cannot afford $10? I'll give you a month's free. I understand. $10 is not going to break me, but it might break you, and I got to respect that, and I'll give it to you. I'm just trying to make a living and trying to pay my overhead. Do you know how much it costs to run everything? Live stream and our webmasters? But hey, you pay for what you get. I think we're about the best that there is. Anyway, so what we're going to do is say goodbye to you right now on our UB2B, and I'm going to go into our premium members team chat in our forum. Now, what happens if you sign up today? But Frank, you said I can't get in there. It's okay. Get in there tomorrow when you get your email from us, and you use your password and use your username. And come on in. But Frank, you already did the Friday call. We have archives. You what? You do? Yeah, we used to keep all of our archives, but I got rid of them mainly for what's it called? Storage space, or what's it called? Bandwidth. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. So we only keep about a month at a time in our archives. So if you sign up for it today, if you go into our forum and you sign up, it's free. Then tomorrow look for our email. And if you want to be a part of premium, go on in and look for it and then pay through PayPal. I don't like PayPal. Okay. Call me. You can send me a check. When you call me that day, I automatically put you in our premium. Automatically. I don't wait until the check comes. Sometimes the check doesn't come, but that's okay. I understand. Alrighty, I can't think of anything else. So if you sign up tomorrow, don't think you miss anything today, because you can go into the archives and you can see everything in there. Alrighty. You may miss the camaraderie of others making comments as we're doing it, but that's about it. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I can't think of anything else. Let me see. Wait 24 hours. And very signing up. Okay, I don't see anybody making any other comments or any other questions. I am from Canada. Oh, Canada, you also can do premium. Yeah, if you're a part of our forum, you're welcome. Okay. I can't think of anything else. So premium, y'all get ready. I would tell you to quickly, post number 19, just go quickly glance that. Not all 13 pages. And I'll see you in premium in about 5 minutes. And I'm going to give you 2 more items that the Central Bank of Iraq has been using as part of their plan. But they're now using them now as part of their plan, because of where they're at. CBI, if you could tell me something about the small category notes, what would you tell me? We're in the process of lifting the 3-0 notes right now for a rate change because of those notes. Y'all take care of each other. I'll be with you again tomorrow. Now tomorrow is also premium. I go in there on Friday and Saturdays. I'm going to ask premium permission to bring out, because on Saturdays I'll spend an hour in there answering their questions, and they got some good questions. We got some brilliant people, and I appreciate your questions. Now, if I don't know the answer to something, I'm not going to horse around and make it up. I'm not about to embarrass myself in front of you or me. So I'll say I don't know. But if you ask me a question and I feel uncomfortable, I'll just simply say no comment for right now. Okay. All right. And what I'll do is I'll ask our team, our premium, if we can bring their questions tomorrow to the UB2B. We've done it before. And then when we're done with their questions and we've taken care of them first, then we'll turn over to you. And you can ask any questions that you want. And then we'll follow those rules. I can see here, Frank, our pictures. Frank, you are our picture and descriptions. You'd much rather see them when the CBI hands them out. I'll tell you when. Frank, thank you. Your crew, how's it He's going over to premium now. Yes, I am. Thank you and your team. Well, thank you, Cindy. I appreciate you. God bless you. See you in premium, says Lauren Baldwin. We'll see you there. How do I find the post? What post is that, Monica? Oh, on our form. It's post number 19. I already explained everything, honey. Go just rewind and when we're done and listen to what I already said. I already explained how to get to our thread. Canadian exchange rate for premium. Well, the PayPal will take care of it, or you can call me. I'll give you my address, and you just send 10, 20, $30, and we can hook you up for as many months as you want. Let's see here. Yes, for Saturday. That sounds like a winner, Mark Dalton. I'll see you then. Frank, should we check the CBI this weekend? I believe that you should check the CBI every morning, and I believe I gave you the times of when you should check it. And I also told you that I believe that there would be a window of anywhere from 3 to about 8 hours where the CBI website will shut down the day before they raise their value. This has all been in my opinion, and it's all been my pleasure to be with you tonight. God bless you. Take care of each other, okay? I'll see you tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. Hui ho until tomorrow. Aloha. Bye bye.